I want to talk about the things that happened in Maui about a week and a half ago, maybe even 2 weeks to this point. I was out of town doing some traveling at the time, so I wasn't paying close attention to it. But I have seen now the devastation that happened in Maui, and I know some of you have seen the same devastation that happened in Maui. Just to catch you up, just in case you're not sure what I'm talking about, Maui had some natural disaster of some, I don't know if it was like a tornado or like fire that came through, but it was a disaster. It had a high death toll. The wildfires of Maui resulted in the loss of 114 people. They're still searching for some people, and once again, this is over a week ago. There were mass evacuations. The fires forced tens of thousands of residents and tourists to evacuate the island, causing widespread displacement. And on top of all of that, that destruction of the fires has caused about $4 billion in damage. So, how does The Rock and Oprah then come into a conversation about this devastation that happened in Maui? Well, this is how. Oprah and The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, they got together. They released this video. In the video, they are saying how they were watching the devastation in Maui and discussing what they can do, how they can help. And they offered that if anybody wants to help the people in Maui get relief and aid and money and things of that nature, that they set up a fund that people can send the money to, and they'll make sure that they get it to the proper people. I don't know, and this caused apparently a controversy. And I was like, well, why would this cause a controversy? But here's what people were saying. Why don't you just give money? You're rich. Why are you asking me? You have more money than I do. So why would you ask me, somebody that has less, to give? Why don't you just give? But that's why I want to discuss this, because people are so ready to argue, they don't even take time to listen to what somebody is saying. This is what Oprah, and listen, Oprah, she ain't, I've never watched her show, so I'm not trying to defend Oprah. I'm not trying to defend The Rock. I'm just highlighting this to show how people argue about anything and miss the whole point, because The Rock, he sent money. Oprah, she sent money. All they were saying was, if you want to send money, we are setting up an organization to make sure what you send gets into the right hands. That's all they were saying, because we all know that there are organizations and charitable organizations out there that don't get the money to the people they say they will. So that's what they were doing. So when people started arguing about, well, why they asking for my money? They weren't asking for your money. They were saying, if you want a credible, reliable source to get what you have to people that need it, we will help facilitate that. But people don't worry, but people don't even take time to even hear what the truth is, or to figure out what somebody's actually saying. They look at the narrative, they look at the imagery, they jump to a conclusion, and that's really all that they needed. So shout out to Oprah. I can't believe those words just came out of my mouth. Shout out to Oprah. But yeah, anyway, shout out to Oprah. Shout out to Dwayne Johnson for trying. And for the rest of the people that are out there that sometimes think about trying something, but you don't because you may be misunderstood, or somebody may denigrate it or talk negatively about it, so you just don't even try. Don't even worry about that. People gonna always have something to say. But if you have something positive that God has laid on your heart to do for your community or whoever, then just understand people will come with their comments. But if your intentions and your heart is in the right place, that's really all that matters. And on to the next one.